Josh Jacobs is a very interesting prospect. He is extremely difficult to analyze for several reasons. First off, in his whole collegiate career, he only had 317 touches. 317 total touches, including kick returns. For comparison, Devin Singletary had 765 total touches in college. The Josh Jacobs sample size is so insanely small that analyzing him is extremely difficult. However, I will do my best to make this post educational, and while I can't throw around stats willy-nilly, I'll try to explain the good and the bad of Josh Jacobs this season. The good. Josh Jacobs was drafted in the first round. When a team selects a running back in the first round, it shows the extreme confidence they have in that player. Moreover, the Raiders have only drafted 4 first-round running backs in franchise history. The Raiders like Jacobs and clearly believe in him. Josh Jacobs has produced at a very high level. While the sample size is extremely small, Jacobs has shown us that he is a very talented player. While he is not the fastest man on the field, his ability to do it all will give him a lot of opportunities this year. He's a great blocker, and his ability to catch the ball will give him a very safe floor in PPR leagues. Josh Jacobs is going to get a crazy amount of volume. I'm going to be straightforward here. The other Oakland running backs are pretty bad. I don't really see any situation where Josh Jacobs and Doug Martin are used in a tandem. I think it's safe to say that Jacobs will have over 300 touches this year, which is an insane amount of volume for a running back currently being drafted in the middle of the 3rd round. All this being said, there are some serious drawbacks to Josh Jacobs, which give me a few reasons to worry. As stated previously, we have seen very little of Josh Jacobs. The fact that this season he is poised to see as many, probably more touches, as he did in 3 years at Alabama is very worrisome. Yes, he'll see massive volume, but can Jacobs sustain the workload free of injury? We really have no idea. Another worry I have is Tom Cable. Tom Cable is actually my biggest concern for Josh Jacobs. For those of you who don't know, Cable is the Raiders' offensive line coach, and he's honestly bad. Here are some numbers from his past offensive lines. 2011, 42 allowed sacks, 3rd most in the league. 2012, 40 allowed sacks, 6th most in the league. 2013, 51 sacks, 2nd most. 2014, 52 sacks, 2nd most. 2015, 52 sacks, most. 2016, 47, most in the league. 2017, 43 sacks, 4th most in the league. In short, Cable is good at allowing sacks and neutralizing talented running backs, which would be good if you were a defensive line coach instead of a offensive line coach. Now that I've highlighted some of the good and some of the bad, the question is Josh Jacobs worth it? In my opinion, yes, Josh Jacobs is worth drafting. Even with all of these negatives and question marks, there is one thing you cannot deny. Josh Jacobs is a good running back, and he will receive a buttload of volume. At the end of the day, that's what matters most, for me at least. Because of Cable, I don't see his upside being quite as big as David Montgomery's, for example. However, his workload and receiving ability will provide an extremely safe floor, and I would be very happy to play Jacobs as my RB2 week in and week out.